Hi, my name is Lacey Gold, and I'm the Creative Director for Relict, and this is the showcase of our Sprint 8 build. For this video, I'm going to be focusing strictly on new additions. Throughout this sprint, a lot of our focus was honed in on quality of life enhancements. Many passes of balancing, making levels prettier and attacks juicier. First thing to note is that we decided to combine our tutorial into our Nexus level. We felt it allowed the tutorial to be more cohesive to the game and straight to the point. The functionality and progression is the same as before. Within our tarot readings, you can see here that we have created unique icons for all 48 cards. These currently show up here and inside your inventory to allow for an easier mental connection between different cards. While on the topic of tarot cards, we also added deity bonuses and prerequisite systems. A deity bonus occurs when a player collects and equips at least 4 cards from a single arcana, and each bonus differs depending on the arcana card. Our prereq system blocks our passives and ultimate cards from being drawn unless the player has fulfilled their requirements. For example, Rot Reaper, a passive death card, requires the player to either pull Rot Shot or Deadly Dash. Our other requirements follow those types of guidelines. Last in our tarot reading, we reduced the minor card selection to only 1 card. A few variables went into this decision that were results of the changes that occurred in our previous sprints. When picking up minor cards within levels, we now have visuals to inform the player on what stats increased. Now moving on to our levels, we added more props to fill out our levels a bit more, went through a lighting pass, and added combat music. Our combat music will play when the player is engaged in combat and fade away when objectives are complete. Minor cards now have randomized spawn locations, so players will find minor cards in different set locations in each playthrough. Taking a look at our HUD, we've made a couple additions. When interacting with a scanner, instead of the health and timer being displayed above the object, it now resides in the top right corner for the player to be able to see at all times. Additionally, we've added waypoints that allow players to be directed towards important items. We currently have waypoints for enemies, the chariot, and the scanners. For our gameplay, we recently decided on scrapping one of the previous cards in place of another. Undead Resurrection, a special death card, has been replaced with Undead Detonation. This card causes a dead enemy to explode, damaging and inflicting rot to nearby enemies, and leaving behind a cloud of rot. We've also improved the visuals on some of our attacks. Death Incarnate now has Death's Scythe implemented, Radiant Spear's dome was updated, the Fool's attack VFX was updated, and their muzzle flash was added. The muzzle flash also changes color if the player has a weapon card equipped, with the color corresponding to the status effect it inflicts. Our enemies also received some updates. We've added unique textures to our mini-boss enemies, new VFX for the Ember Wolves and Flame Frogs, and the Tower's Lightning Strike now has VFX. Additionally, upon defeat, the player will ragdoll. I hope you all enjoy the additions made in this sprint. Your feedback has been invaluable to us. Our team worked incredibly hard this sprint, and I can't emphasize enough how proud I am to be their creative director.